Yo, what's going on, Blackish University? It's your boy B with Anna,
The Queen.
the Queen. We're checking out this. Recently I started checking out some Tobe Nwigwe, and I came across music from his wife Fat as well. And the music's been amazing. I just was really interested in their relationship and how they met, and it turns out they have this. It's a couple years old. It's called Forever Twisted. So my wife and I are watching it together. And I've read some comments online that a lot of people are talking about, they're saying that he's disrespectful to her, the way that he questions her. And it's hard to, we're only seeing a glimpse, and obviously this is an edited clip. So I don't think we get the big picture. But a lot of people are saying that he's being disrespectful, and she shouldn't have to fight for him. And, it just sounds like if he's like this to her, how is he when the cameras aren't rolling? Interested to hear your perspective.
Well, I just think, again, that he's just real about their relationship and how they came to be. Everybody's story is different, and perception is a mere fraction of what really happens. So.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I think and I think it's really jarring to a lot of people because, let's be honest, in this world that we live in now of social media, I don't think we ever see the true identity of people. It's not like these friends and their flaws, and you can base yourself and kind of judge yourself on other people's flaws. Mm-hmm. I think with social media, so many people, they present their "I wish I was always this" face. Mm-hmm. And I think we're used to seeing these couples, and they're all lovey-dovey, until we hear about them divorcing, right? And then it's like, he was beating my ass for 3 years and nobody helped me. And it's like, you looked like everything was fine. We thought you guys had a great relationship.
And they're real. They're real about their struggle.
Yeah,
they're real about how the relationship came to be, that they cultivated a true, genuine friendship, and then found out what love meant to them individually, and then they were able to come together and find that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think it looks bad because we're not used to seeing that realness, especially on something that's a video from let's face it, these they're becoming more celebrities at this point, and other people are looking in on their relationship, and I think it's great that they're not sugarcoating anything. They're like, this is who we are, these are the problems we have, and I think that's why they're so relatable. And I was just saying this the other day while I was listening to their music. It's like, man, I can watch this with my aunt or my uncle or my mom or my wife, right? And it means something different. So I just think that was great. But this is the beginning of season 2, or it might just maybe it's a season 2, but this is their engagement. I hope we didn't miss one. It says season 2. I thought I should double check this.
Forever Twisted season 2.
Welcome back. I just want to be with you. I like the way you do the things you do.
So
the last episode we left off.
Last episode we left off at Tobe and I decided to be in a relationship for the second time. It got real for me because it was for the second time, and the first time it ended so rough and so hard that I didn't want to call him my boyfriend. Well, it was hard for me to call him my boyfriend, to actually say those words, because that made it real. And then when it ended the same way it ended the first time, I didn't want to get hurt again. So I was just taking baby steps, like for real baby steps, when it came to like understanding that him and I were in a relationship. This one was just going all over, this is my girlfriend, this is my girlfriend, this is my girlfriend, and I was just like,
where are you at in the story? Talking about this is my girlfriend, this is my girlfriend. Where you at?
Girlfriend. What are you talking about? We just got in a relationship.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm pretty sure I said that. Pay attention.
Right. Keep up.
So then when he...
You're supposed to be twisting my head. That's the only reason why we're in this. I just want to say that. I said, hold my head.
See, one could argue that he's being disrespectful here, but I don't think so. I think it's just the dynamic in different relationships.
Yeah.
I think are different.
Level of playful.
Yeah, it's like
Praise God.
Crazy.
Fat.
when we first got in a relationship for the second time, he knew that he was going to propose to me. I had no idea.
So for the first time,
I was so oblivious to it, to the point where I feel like I couldn't even say anything about our future or marriage or anything like that without him saying, oh, hold on, you gotta chill. We just got back together, like, you moving too fast. And then I was like, oh, okay.
Well, this is the thing. So, when I got back with Fat the second time, you know what I'm saying, after I had the 3 things that I had to have peace about,
And in the other episode, so if you want to know what he's talking about, you go watch those.
There we go. That was a good little segue. You know what I'm saying? Fat, don't give me the Caucasian hands. It's like, finish it off. But check exactly.
All right. We need a handshake. Yeah, gotta step our relationship up.
Right when I wanted to be with, I already knew that, all right, cool. Because I wasn't playing around at this point in my life. I'm like, all right, if I'm going to be with this person, this is the person I'm looking to marry. So, but I didn't want her to think that, oh, okay, this is, like, it's a shoe-in. All right, I can just do whatever. I can just live my life and have whatever type of attitude. No. We still got to go through this process. So I didn't want to give her the full disclosure, like, hey, I'm planning on marrying you. I just want her, I was like, all right, let's do this process. You know, we together. Let's see how this goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I knew I wanted to marry her so much so that I stole her mom's number out of the phone and saved it as, I saved it as like FM or something like that. So just in case you ever got a hold of my phone, you would know what I was doing. You know, FM stood for family.
You know, I had shout out to my guy Gil before my wife comes back. You know, he said when you get a side chick, you gotta store her phone number under scam likely. So you know how you get a call, it's like a telemarketer, it's a scam likely. And she'd be like, "Who's that calling?" And you'd be like, "Oh, it's nobody. It's just out of state telemarketing."
So you felt the need to say that when your wife walks out of the room?
Nope. Let's get back to it.
So I got her mama number out the phone. I started like texting her mama on the low. When I called her mama on the low and set up a time for me to fly out to Grand Rapids, Michigan, to sit down with her and kind of have a dialogue about me and Fat's whole history, because her mama wasn't too fond of me because of our whole history and everything that transpired. So, transpired. Oh, yeah, that's the word. So I wanted to fly out there and like...
What album do you think that is there? I was going to say Isley Brothers, but it ends with an S. I can't quite make it out. You see it there?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I think it's the Blue Brothers.
Oh, yeah. Like Belushi, huh?
Have a face-to-face with her and as many of her, as her family members as I possibly could while I was...
Low-key, that's one of the action walls we want in the back.
Low-key, I just wanted to say that the whole scam likely thing, Sue can play that game, Google.
Yo, I'm just saying, that's something somebody told me. That's one of the ways.
Yeah,
let's get back
need to bring that up.
Get back to it. Without further ado.
So I set up a trip, and it was literally like the same day turnaround type trip, because I had to do something back in Houston the next day. But it was extremely important for me to get out there and let her mama know that, hey, listen, I love your daughter. I want to be with your daughter. So I flew out there, and right when I got out there, her mama tried to play me low-key. She tried to play me.
That's what mamas do.
I rented a car. I had bought my ticket and everything. I was Fat. That's my neck.
Oh, Tobe. Much worse has happened.
Yeah, you have that one. You know what I'm saying? You are Fat.
What, she sneeze on him or something?
She coughed
on him? Yeah, treated. She should have hit him with the spray bottle, but then not you. Be like, oh, I'm sorry. You know, and I'd be like, oh, hell no. Yeah.
I've been in. You know what I'm saying? All right. God bless you. Praise God.
Yeah, praise Him.
Yeah. We're going to praise Him tonight?
Tobe.
No, you don't leave me in. This is what many people talk about. It's cool. You blessed. Ain't you blessed? Do you feel blessed? Are you blessed? Is this the best thing that's in your life? Come on, this will.
Are you blessed? Do you feel blessed?
At times.
Bless you. Come on.
Tobe, keep going.
All right. So, what was I at?
Exactly.
All right. I flew out there. Mom started trying to play. right? She stopped answering the phone when I got out there. I was just like, come on now, listen. I understand your plight. You don't really fool with me like that. You know, me and your daughter ain't, you know what I'm saying? The relationship ain't been sweet like that. And, you know, we went through our go-through, so I get it. But come on now, I done rented all this stuff. I done bought the plane ticket. Let's go. Come on now. So while she played it, we called a godmama. A godmama with a little, you know what I'm saying? She a little bit more receptive. You know what I'm saying? She a little younger, she get it. She understood the whole dynamic of the relationship. It was like, when I reached out to her, I was like, man, listen, I'm out here. I'm in the parking lot of the airport. Like, I'm trying to go sit down and meet with her. My flight back, leave in about 5 hours, 6 hours. So I just really want to have a conversation with her, man. And I got to come hop up back on the plane. Can you help me? She helped me. She reached out to her mama. She was like, yeah, I know. She can be like that sometimes. Don't worry, I'm going to talk to her. She got the address from me. I was able to get to Fast Mama house in Grand Rapids. Mind you, it's freezing, it's snowing, the roads is icy. I'm from the H. I'm from Houston. Like, so this is just a different, I'm way out of my element, but I really want to be able to sit down with her people and be able to talk to them face to face and not call them and have a conversation with them. So I get to her house and I go over all the history of me, in fact, with her mama, her brother, and her sister. Those are the only ones that could be there. So I tell them I talk about everything. Like, hey, this is how I feel about that. This is what happened in the past. Blase, this is where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? I love that. And at first, they didn't understand what I was like trying to say to them. I guess because they wasn't like necessarily just used to it. But they was like, all right, cool. So what you telling us that for? I was like, I'm telling you this because I want to marry Fat. Well, I had to say, you know what I'm saying, the government. I had to say, you know what I'm saying, because I want to marry Tifa. I want to marry Tifa. They're like, oh, Snapchat, man. I'm like, yeah, you guys just flew out here to tell y'all our whole background, our whole history, just so I could tell y'all the history. Nah, I want to marry you. Like, I love her with all my heart, and I want to take care of her for the rest of my life. And that in itself, that from me earned enough respect from them for them to be like, all right, cool. You have our blessing. If you didn't came all the way out here, I would suspect. In my own fetish, she said, all right, cool. I just want to make sure I'm saying the right thing because they're going to see this. And I don't want to make it seem like everything. You know what I'm saying? All right, so from there, we took a picture. It was cool. I flew back. I mean, the spirit Fat has absolutely no clue. She thinks I done flew to Michigan to do something with ET. So she don't have a clue. So all that leads up into.
Do you think that a guy has to do that because, like, would you have preferred? I mean, I guess I met your mom, but I didn't ask for her blessing.
I think that it's the respectful thing.
I think it is if you're over 30. You know,
I
don't know. I mean, because it's an old school trait, right? It's something that's old. I mean, I think
still showing.
If you have a father in your life, I think it's, you should approach the father and let him know what your intentions are. And I think it's more of a respect. I don't know if it's just your mom. I don't know. I guess
my mom is my stepdad. My dad's, gone. So it's like,
yeah, I don't know.
The opportunity if you wanted to.
I can see it go both ways. But I think especially if you're fighting for approval, if they know some dirt on you or it didn't start off in an ideal way, like it sounds like their relationship didn't, then he had to climb up. He had to approach it that way because they might not have approved of the relationship otherwise. Without further ado, looks like you want to say something.
I do, but I'm reserved that.
Me meticulously planning out the proposal that we're about to show y'all right here. Fat, you supposed to do that with me? The proposal that we're about to show y'all through the hand right here. God bless you, Fat.
Yeah, I think he's, I'm pretty sure, my old college roommate was Nigerian. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he's Nigerian, or a mix of it. He actually mentioned the language he speaks. There was Igbo on one of the videos. But, shout out to what he's wearing. Look at that. It almost, you know what?
It's beautiful.
It almost
So
looks
elaborate.
like a la banda, right? Like the banda at a, you know, like what at a paisa party where they're playing like
the mariachi.
mariachi, yeah.
It's
Very similar. I wonder if there's
very ornate, very elaborate, very colorful.
I wonder if there's, you know, I'm sure there's meaning to it, but I wonder, you know, is it like a form of peacocking? Are you showing like your, does it mean something? Or are you presenting yourself like to the woman? Or is it symbolic? I'd love to know. If anybody knows, feel free to leave a comment and let me know if there's any meaning. You know, almost like when you graduate with your bachelor's degree versus your master's degree, your ribbons are different to acknowledge the level of education you're at. I wonder if there's other levels to what he's wearing, minus some of the other elders that might be there. Just curious more than anything. You love me now. Would you love me if I was down and out? Would you still love me? I've asked 21 questions. That's what they said. Say, could you love me? I've asked 21 questions. And Mary said, and everything. I can't really sing, but. And everything.
Alright, so what you just saw right there was like the performance that I did for the marriage conference that ETA did in Houston. What you just saw, that part of the proposal, was me opening the marriage conference for ETA, right? Usually when ETA has a conference, I come out and I open with music. I warm up the crowd for Eric Thomas to come. I said Eric Thomas like I don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah, we got to do that for TV purposes. Anyway, so I opened the conference for E and C and Willie Moe to come do what they do, right? So when I told Fat to come to the conference, like, she thought it was just something like that we regularly do. Like, she thought it was just gonna be me opening up, doing my little performance, and coming and sitting down by her and enjoying the conference and learning and building and growing, that type of stuff, right? So she had no clue, right? So I did a special, like, tribute performance to Fat specifically to, like, set.
I wonder if she knew that he was going to propose. Like, why would he be doing a tribute to her, right? I wonder if it was a surprise or not.
Way into my proposal. That's what all that was. Then the actual proposal came and she was so shocked and all the other stuff. She had no clue what was going on. So I brought her up on stage, and this right here is the second part of the proposal. Fab. Hands please. This right here is the second fact. Synchronicity. This right here is the second part of the proposal. That's good, right here, slap hands? Come on. Count it for the second part.
She's like, I ain't with it no more.
Listen, I usually do this song, and that shows that a lot of people think I'm singing about them. I just want to tell something that I'm not maybe not to. No, that's cool. I know you feel it, but it's not for you. And oftentimes I never bring the person up who I'm singing about, but the person who I'm singing about is here today. And they told me that I was going to say about love. You know, we ain't married to nothing yet. We ain't married. But she here. So the fact is, you could.
She looks a lot like Jada Pinkett Smith from afar.
She's fine. She's stylish. Don't let me look at her. She's beautiful, right? I'll say it in this form. But when I met her, I just remember
Wise.
That's what I see when I look at you. The little you. The fact that's on the inside. You know, we had a work she's from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Yeah. It's a little different out there. So she grew up a little rough around the edges. Carl, you could a little rough. But she blossomed. She blossomed into something different. So I thank you for it. She blossomed. You blossomed. No. Oh, Carl, you jumped ahead. So listen, I told you I went to Michigan last week to meet with Eve about music stuff, about like where we going as a company, and about the music stuff. I just want to say in front of all these people who you don't really know at all. I lied. I went to meet with your mama. Can you put that back up and the rest of your family? Yeah. And then I told our family and friends here, our support system. Can we bring our support system in? Come on, it's a lot of we got to check. That's all everybody. Yeah, come on. Line, pizza. Yeah. Come on in. Yeah, I told them all people. So when I went to
Got too emotional.
A little bit. Choked up.
It's not more upset, ain't it? Where's Luke?
So I had to look in the eyes, and I could look at you in the eyes. And I told her that I'm going to be with you for the rest of my life. So it's nothing. And I told her that it'll be hard.
Hey, props to that, though. That's not that one more episode. Unless he lost a lot of weight. Sounds like it.
So, I know it was beautiful. It was one of the best days of my life. But
Likewise.
But okay, so I have questions. So when he called me up, no, I didn't know at that point because it was a relationship conference. So I thought that he was bringing me up for like, so we could talk about our relationship and like go over stuff or whatever. But and I was actually like very hesitant getting up because he knows like I don't like to do public speaking without getting my thoughts together.
Yeah.
I would just go up there and just talk because I'll be just rambling. So I was just looking at him like,
Or just real corny.
you good?
I'm just trying
I'm just trying to make sure your heart right.
I'm trying to be transparent. I'm trying to be transparent for the people. Fact, you can't impact the people if you're not transparent. Let them see you.
I don't see me, but you think it's corny.
No.
It's just me.
I don't think it's corny. I think it's good.
You just say it.
No, that's
Anyway.
cool. Corny is good. If that's what you are, be corny.
Thank you.
Right.
So, I was looking at him like, why am I up here? Like, what are you doing? Why would you do this to me? And when he didn't start talking, and like asking me questions about our relationship, and he started showing those pictures and stuff, I was like, oh, okay, so he just about to sit here and like brag on me. That's cool. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So then he showed the picture of my family, and the first time he said, I didn't see it. So Carl flashed the picture
Asian sensation.
Carl flashed the picture early and told me, was like, oh, you jumped the gun. And then he went back. I didn't see the picture then. I only saw it when they actually like showed the picture of him with my family. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, snap. When did he take that? Is this a proposal? Like, what is he doing? And so then, from that point, I knew he was about to propose. And my whole, like, body, like, I froze.
Well, you have to know until a certain point. But this is the thing, right? So when I was doing that, in fact, calm your face. I know you're doing something behind my head. When I planned this in my mind, I knew for a fact that it was going to be smooth sailing. You know what I'm saying? I was going to get up there like I usually do in front of people. Just use my little sauce that I done been gifted with. You know what I'm saying? Just be up there completely in the flesh. Bop, bop, bop. You know what I'm saying? Love my girl. She bop, bop, bop this. We about to get married. I'm going to marry you. Say you're going to marry me. But when I got up there, I don't know what it is, but it's something about when it's for real, like when the spirit is in the room, you cannot fight the spirit, and you cannot, I don't know how to describe it. I tried to come out of that thing at least 2 or 3 times. I tried to ask E for help. I was like, yo, if you see in the video, if you go back and look, I'm like, yo, E, yeah. And I'm trying to like I'm trying to segue into something like some type of joke. I'm like, yo, see, man, you know, they told me this was gonna happen. I can't breathe. And it was like the first time I ever got in front of people and like could not talk, could not find my words, and could not finesse. I had to just let the spirit just do what the spirit does. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it was literally one of the most beautiful things in my life because for so long I was hoping to have some type of euphoric feeling, like just as it relates to fat. I always had like this, you know what I'm saying? I talked about it in the previous episodes, this like ride or die love for fat, like this solid, like you know what I'm saying? You my road dog, like the euphoric feeling was surpassed when like in the moments of the proposal, because it was like something I could not control. It was something that literally took over my body and just made I was like, wow, so.
You know, it's funny. I just want to break down real quick. It's beautiful what they're saying. I wonder if they're ever going to explore reality TV or anything like that, or if that would be considered like selling out. It could, but you know, it's like, you know, it's a beautiful thing, and there's a realness that isn't portrayed right with today's reality shows. So there is a void there that they could be filling. But yeah, it could cheapen what they're doing. But look at what they're doing here now. There's no background, no video. Their kids aren't exposed. It's more of a podcast. But you know, I like the style and just it's really interesting. I'm glad they put something. Look, this is from a few years ago. I just learned about Tobe Nwigwe. I'm curious to know what his hype was at that point. But you know, it's good to know that much more about them.
Much water coming out of my eyes. I don't cry. I don't even believe in tears. But for some reason, I just could not help but be taking over, to say the least. Fact, you didn't have me get taken over in the spirit. Fact, calm down, don't do that. All right, back to the thing. Fact, come on.
So yeah, so he was going through all of that, and I saw it. Like, it was extremely overwhelming to see the emotion coming from him and his sincerity, and then the excitement of him finally asking me to like be with him for the rest of our lives. Like, that's something that I wanted to the first time I met him.
Praise God.
And it was finally happening.
Right.
And it just like in the video, I was so excited, I was so overwhelmed, I was so surprised, I was so everything that I was still, and I didn't know what to do with my hands. Like my hands were like tingling, like it was the weirdest feeling. But I was just extremely happy.
Yeah.
It was one of the best days of my life. Because y'all gonna see the wedding. Y'all know that. So that's our proposal. Or engagement. His proposal, our engagement. That's right.